Hey everybody, this is Kiki from Niar Designs. I pray you're all doing well and are doing something that makes you happy. Well, we're back with our project. This is part 4, and I wanted to save this part later, and I saved the last signature for this part because I wanted to show you if you had, if you were working with the digital or you had something special that you wanted to add, excuse me, to the middle of your signature. So that's why I waited. And also I wanted to go over if you are working with a digital, on how to go about doing that, especially if you're like me. This is a planner. I know some of you are making art journals and different types of journals. I've gotten messages that you guys are working along with me, and that makes me so happy. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you guys are making this with me. And I know that you guys are doing it, but I figured if someone is working with a digital and they're working with the entire digital plus the ephemera, I wanted to give you some tips that I've learned throughout the last year of working with digitals for a planner or for anything really, but I'm doing a planner, so that's what I will be talking about, not the planner part, but the digital part. Anyway, you'll see once we get to it. So before we begin, though, let's get into our God's gift box, and then I'll tell you what this is all about. Let's go here. When I sit in darkness, the Lord shall be a light unto me. Oh my God. Yes, Micah 7:8. That's anyway. Thank you, dear Lord, for your precious light. Keep my vision clear, that I may only travel on your lighted pathway. Yes, 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 yes. Amen to that. Okay. So, I also wanted to wait to show you the digital so I can show you what I wanted to do with the cover. So let me show you the digital. It is called Where Wishes Take Flight, and again, this is by Barbara at 49 Dragonflies. So this is how it looks. I printed out with borders. I can do it without. I chose to do it with because I need, for one, I cut it in half to fit both sides of the page, but I also cut it down, and I cut it shorter to fit in the page that I want it to fit in. And I'll give you an example. This is like the first month, or the beginning of the month, the whole month is what I wanted to say. I don't know. This never used to be here. This really upsets me because for one, I would rather have a picture here than a sleep tracker. I know people do that now. To me, it's a waste of a picture. So I'm gonna figure out something to put here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyway, so, but just to show you, and I'll do it in one of the signatures that we put in. Let me just, I put that to remind me that that's the top. So let's say it'll go here, the beginning of the signature. So you would want that, because I, for one, want a little border, if you will, and I already inked it. You don't have to. It's just something that I like to do. So I would put it here. So this way I have that border around the entire page, and then I would put it this one here. So that's what I prefer to do. Now, what I also do is when I look at, we're not talking about the ephemera today, because this is going to be a long video, I think, again. So what I do is in the beginning, I mark it to cut it in half. So I will mark it, make sure that all the corners meet up, and I just very lightly mark it. Now, before I cut it, right, and this doesn't have to go in the order that you're putting it in, it's just so you know which halves go together. So on the back, give me my pencil. So I'll do 1, 1. So this way I know that this half and this half are together. And again, it's not going to be the order that they're going to be in my planner. It's just so I know when I cut them like that. And I do that for each one. So 3, 3. I think there's only 5, so yeah. 4. And the last one, 5. So this way, when you cut it in half, you know which halves go together so you can match them up when you put it in your signature. So that's going to be the first thing you want to do. Then you can go ahead and make that mark for cutting it in half. And I'll come back to this and we will I'll show you what I mean. Now, for the cover, and this is why I wanted to wait, the ephemera pack had a piece that I really wanted to use, and I'll show you the page that I got it from. So this is the page that I cut out one of these little ticket things, and that's what I'm going to use for the front of my planner. And that is this. I just want to show you everything. So I've gotten it ready. I just took 2 pieces of lace, different lace, and I stitched it together. And I'm going to put that like so. Then here's that piece that I cut out. I backed it with some black card. I went around with some gold paint, and then I used the butterfly stamp that I just received from Angela, and I cut out 3 butterflies. So here are the 2. I figured that added just a little something, and I love that. I love that so much. And here is the January through April 2026. I should have cut it out in gold. I didn't. It's fine. I might even go over it with my gold mark. Whatever. It's fine. So that's going to go here. And here's that 3rd butterfly. Then, yeah, I just want to make sure I got it on the right. So this is going to go here. So obviously this white paper isn't going to be here. This is a sticker. So I'm going to take that off. So it's going to be smaller. So I want this about here. And then I found this word. And look at that. It's my word of the year. So that I'm going to stick there. And that's going to be the front cover. And I personally love it so much. Okay, now that we have all of that out of the way, So when I pause the camera, I can do all that because you've seen it. Let me put this away too. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. Now, another piece of the, oh my gosh, words. Another piece that I found in the ephemera pack, I really wanted to add to the middle of my signature. Okay, and that is this large envelope. I did not glue it. I did stamp, and I used rusty hinge, but I thought it looked really nice with the color scheme. So what I'm going to do when I get the signature ready to put holes in it, here's my template. I'm going to put it here. I will use my clips to hold it in place, and when I go through to make my holes to put in the to sew it in the cover, oh my gosh, I'm gonna just hold it like that, punch holes in here, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this way, and then what I'll do is that's when I will glue it shut, so you won't even see it. And that's going to be, this is going to be the middle of my signature. So I love this. So, okay. Before I do that, you guys know I like to make this my own thing. So I was looking at it and thinking, in this specific case, you are going to see the entire envelope, because again, it's going to be sewn in, so you will see the back of the envelope and the front of the envelope, because again, it's going to be sewn into the middle of my signature, so you will see both sides. So if you want to decorate it, which I do, I've already inked around it, as you can tell here, but I did ink around the entire envelope, and then I did do a stencil, as you can see. I used Rusty Hinge again, that's from Ranger and Tim Holtz, but I wanted something else. So what would that be? So again, what I think I'm going to do is, since I'm putting a lot of gold, I think I'm going to take my gold paint pen, and these little circles I'm going to do in gold, because it's a nice triangle. So just the little, not the whole thing, but just the little circles here in this flower and in this flower. I'm not going to do the, the petal part, just the top, just the circles on the top, just to give it a little something. Now, because it will be shut, I might do this as well, the little sections in these flowers as well, because there are 5 of them. Again, you guys know odd numbers are easier for the eye to see. So I might do that, because again, it's going to be shut. You will see this part and this part, and then when you turn it over, you'll see that part, but when you open it, there'll be something here as well. So that's kind of my thinking. That's how I go about planning what I'm going to put where. As far as a closure, I'll probably put a button, or a handmade button usually, just to a tag, something just to hold that down, and then you can, when you close it, you can stick it back in. I don't know what that is going to be just yet. I want to work on the flowers. Before I put the paint on, though, I I wanted to see if there was something, because on this one, I did put that frosted crystal on. And you might not be able to see it in the camera, but you can definitely feel it. There is texture there. And I love texture. So, do I want to use that, or do I want to use something else? Because I have different colors of it. And you know what? Actually, I have gold embossing. I might do that with the embossing powder. I'm not going to do this flower because it's too close, but I am going to do these, I believe. But I'm just thinking out loud, I have that gold embossing powder. I think I'm going to use that instead of my gold pen. My gold paint pen that I showed you. You know what? I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to leave it. I don't want to do too much. So I am not going to do the frosted crystal. I am going to use the gold embossing powder because I think it'll work a little bit better than the paint pen. So let me do that. And then I'll come back to you and I'll show you how I stitch this in. But let me finish this up first. I will be right back. Before I continue, I just wanted to show you the difference. I used Ranger Tim Holtz embossing powder in gold. And there you have it. Compared to that. See, sometimes just a little bit gives it just that right touch. Now, I was thinking, I don't know how, because it's powder, I think this is going to look like one blob, so I might just use the gold pen just to highlight, just like little dots in this one. But this one, I'm going to do the same as this because I really, really like how that came out. I think that's so pretty, and it gives it just that right touch of, you know, of something, you know. So I'm going to continue with this one, and this will probably be the same. I'm probably going to use the gold paint pen for this as well. Just put like little dots in there, just again to give it that just a little something extra. All right, you guys, I will be right back. I was thinking, just in case you're new to embossing, or even not, maybe I use this with this. Okay, these are the embossing pens. You get two. One is like a finer point and one is like a felt tip point. I use this, and then I'll show you. I do a little bit at a time. So this way it doesn't dry before I finish. So let's see if I can get these. And I put the embossing powder on just so I know where I did it. And then I'll show you what I do with the ink pad. But let me just get this done. I don't want it to go everywhere. Go. And there you have it. Okay, now with the ink pad, before I pause you to dry that, I just want to give you a little tip on the ink pad. So I have the embossing ink re-inker. I put a little bit on the ink pad and then stick this in the ink pad to wet it a little bit more. This way it just, it doesn't dry out on me. So for me, that works because I use this, I would say 90% of the time, instead of the dauber or the embossing ink pad. I do use it, but this I find that I use for little things like this much more. If I'm doing a stamp or something larger, obviously I will use the ink pad itself. But if not, this works, as you can tell, beautifully. All right, you guys, I'm going to go dry that. I'm going to use my gold pen on that, and then we'll put it together. Okay, all done. I did the flowers up here, just again, just a little bit. Here's that other flower. And then the two that we use the embossing powder on. And see how, this is more subtle, but I wouldn't have been able to do that because, you know, it's powder. It'll spread a little. So anyway, there we have it. So you're going to take your signature, make sure, you know, all the pieces are in the middle. Take your envelope or whatever it is that you choose to put in the middle, if you choose to put something in the middle, and make sure that it's, as you know, where you want to put it. And then just make sure you have something to hold it in place so it doesn't flop around on you. I usually put the long side, I don't know, but it's fine. And this way, when actually, you know what, I am going to change that because I'm going to put the, so this doesn't, if I can, there we go. There we go, that's better. This way that the flap doesn't flap on me. No, I forgot, oh, it doesn't matter on this one, okay. So now let me get my mat, my awl, the template. Make sure that the top of it is where you want it. Remember, that is the most important. So all the holes that you're putting in here are going to match the holes that we've already put in the cover. Going to hold it tight. Make sure, for me it's easier to do it this way, but you know, you do what's easiest for you, obviously. Okay. You want to make sure that your awl is straight up and down, not. Now, I know a lot of people do it this way. I can't do it that way. It never works out for me. So for me, this works. And then go ahead and punch your holes. Make sure you don't move it. Now, I know a lot of people leave their awl in there until they, but I don't. I have it hooked up in so many places that I think we're good. So now I'm going to go ahead. I have my needle and thread from yesterday. It's all ready to go. So I will be, and before I close this up, I'll bring you back to show you what it will look like. All right, you guys, I will be right back. Okay, as you can see, it's all tied in. I'm going to take our little holders out. There we go. Here's all our signatures. Now I want to glue that shut. So you won't even see that, and it'll be in the middle of my signature. And this is what I meant. You'll see this, and then when you open it, you'll see all of that. I just think that's so pretty. So let's glue our envelope. And I do it. Just make sure, because again, it is in the middle of my signature. And I obviously don't want that to come apart. And I forgot, I usually put a little drop of glue on the knot, but it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, oh, of course I put my hand in the glue. Why would I not do that? Because it is me. Oh my goodness. Oh my, I am making a complete mess, but what? What would you expect? Oh, I'm telling you, I cannot do it without getting ink all over me, all over everything I'm working on. It just won't happen. I try, but it's fine. All right, and later on, when we start decorating, I will find something for that. So now we have our 4 signatures. We know that that's the top. We don't need that anymore. They're all fine today. And I just love how this is so flat compared to the same amount of signatures, but this is what we just finished, and this is what we're beginning. I just think that's that's so funny to me. Okay, so now with the signatures. Okay, I always find something to put on the front, and then I will usually have the word for that, you know, February, January, you know, whatever. I do have it already cut out. I just put it in here. It's in gold. But, you know, I'm thinking, I don't know if I have it, you know, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I was going to say, I don't think I have any more of that specific gold cardstock, but it's fine because I made my own when I painted it. So we're good. We're good. So we're going to open to the first page. This one is already done. I've already put January 2026. I filled out all the numbers. And like I said, I'm not crazy about this, but I'm going to put it in anyway. And we're just going to glue this into place. Now, with the printing, I will say that I use heavier paper than this is regular, what is it, 24 pound? Yeah, 24 pound copy paper. This, all of the months, the planner part, is 32 pounds. And then for all of the ephemera pieces, this is on Neenah cardstock, 110 pounds. Let me go get the papers so I show you what I use. So give me just a second. Let me run over and get it, and I will be right back. Okay, so this is the paper. It's HP brand, Premium 32. brightness 100, 32 pound, so it's 120 GSM. Obviously 8.5 by 11. There's 500 sheets. I don't remember the price. I'm so sorry. And that's what it looks like on the back. And most importantly, my printer, when I print this, every time I print, because it well, mine doesn't. On the printer, if I change it on the printer, it does. But if I leave it in my settings on my phone, because I print from my phone, it will usually save. I always print, especially with this, with digitals, I'll print on, mine is, it's either high, the quality, brightest, highest, whatever it is on your printer, that's what I put on highest or brightest, best, whichever it says on every printer is different. So just make sure that it's on best quality or highest, brightest, whatever it says on yours, because that will definitely help with the color. I mean, look at these prints. Look how beautiful. And each one, the colors are fantastic. I think this one's my favorite. Okay, so anyway, I just wanted to let you know. Oh, the Neenah, hold on. So this is what that looks like. It's Neenah, N-E-E-N-A-H paper. Oh my goodness. White, 8.5 by 11. You'll see it's 110. What is it? 199 GSM. Smooth. There's 250 sheets in that, and this is the cardstock that I use for my for all of my ephemera. All my ephemera, I use the Neenah cardstock. Anytime I do ephemera or tags, especially pockets, things like that, I will always use the cardstock. Anyway, I hope that helps. Let me put this stuff away and I'll come back. Okay. So now, especially for me, again, just me, I will always use a better glue for the papers, because you know you're going to be opening and closing, and as you can see, I've opened this thing almost on a daily basis, and you can see that all my papers, this one no, but that was my fault. But you can see they're all, so I would use a good glue, and I usually go back, so I said it's my fault. I didn't go back to make sure the corners, because usually I do, because I don't want the glue spilling all over the place. So later on I'll go and I'll just put a little dab on the corners. So let's just get this in, because you don't need to watch me glue all these pieces in, but I will show you a couple, and we'll at least get, and I just got glue all over my sleeve. I sure did, because I felt it, but you know, it's me. Oh my gosh. I'm not surprised. Nope. Oh, I don't know why I'm such a mess. Honest to goodness. I usually start on the bottom. I line it up on the bottom and on the sides, and then I go up. And see, this is what I mean. I'll go back and I'll just do the corners just to make sure that I put enough glue. And there we have it. Now, for what do I do here? I will go back. I will go back on these papers and see, not including this part, but see which ones I like the best to be my cover page. And then I will stick that also on this premium 32 pound, the HP. But which one do I want to, you know, be, I think, I think I'm going to go with this one actually, because I want to, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this one. We'll decorate it together so you can kind of get a taste of what I do with the papers. I will say that with these papers, when I looked at it, the first thing that came to my mind as to doing it, you know, my way, if you will, I'm going to gloss the wing, meaning I'm going to use the clear embossing powder for the wings of the dragonflies. But I'm also going to use gold and white splatters. Now, I might not use them together, but through all of these, I'll either use gold. Like for this one, I will probably use white. But that could change in a second. This one, I think gold, because it has all these beautiful goldy colors. This one, I would probably do gold and maybe a little bit of white up here. But definitely I want to do the wings. So for me, I cover the whatever it is that I don't want splattered. I'll cover that. And then usually I will cut them all in half, and I'll show you all that. But now I'm going to make another copy of this particular paper. So usually when I do that, I will have this paper towards the end, because it's silly if I have it on the beginning and then the next, you know, the next page, it's the same thing. So that's a me thing. If I had enough of these, and she does have background papers, but I'm not going to spend more money on that. I would take another piece for this, but I think because I really just don't like this, so I might take a belly band or put something else here to try to cover that up. I was going to use the envelope, to be honest with you. Oh, I forgot to splat. That's fine. I was going to use the envelope, to be honest with you, and put the envelope here. But I really wanted it in the middle. I really like it in the middle of the signature. So, it is what it is. Alright, you guys. That's what I'm going to do, and I'll be right back. I know these videos are so long. You guys have been so amazing with them. Thank you for that, by the way. Thank you so much for watching the new subscriptions. Hello, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. For the ones that aren't subscribed yet, I hope you decide to subscribe. Either way, if you can give me a thumbs up, I would truly very, very much appreciate that. It truly does help my channel to get out there more, you know, the whole YouTube algorithm thing. And then your comments, you guys are so kind to me in your comments. Thank you for that. You know, because I try to put a lot of work in this, and the whole point of this is to be able to share and teach and learn. That's the whole reason I do this. So when you come back and you tell me, oh, I'm making a journal, and you show me pictures, or just comment, oh, I'm making my journal with you, I'm going to give it to a friend, or I'm going to use it as an art journal, or you know, you put it on my community tab, and I have a community tab, you guys. It really does work. Angela from Angela Jones Creates put something on my community tab. Go say hello to her on her channel. I'll put her below, of course, in the description. And go say hello on the community tab, too. That's so exciting. I'm so happy. Anyway, all right, you guys. I'm going to stop talking. I'll be right back. You know, there are some times where I think, Kiki, you're an idiot. This is one of those times. I cannot do that. I cannot print another copy because I'm using my phone to record. So if I get out of the recording, if I go to another app, it'll stop recording and I'll lose everything I have thus far. So we're not going to do that. So forget everything I just said to you. But what I am going to do is I'm going to cut all these in half, and then I will use this. We just won't do the cover together. We'll do the cover when we come back, and we play with the ephemera pieces. Oh my gosh, I'm a ding dong. Anyway, all right, let me cut all these in halves and then trim them to fit the page, and I'll be right back. I'll see it. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you. You can use the ones, if you've already cut, like I've already cut this. This is what I use as a template. So I know roughly how much to cut off. So I always, because they connect, and what I mean by that, I know I'm giving you guys so much information, because they connect here. They don't really connect, but you know what I'm saying. They go together. I don't end up cutting from the inside. If I need to cut a little wider, it's always from the outside of the page, because I like it when it almost connects like that. I really like that look. So I would rather lose from here than from here. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, all right, you guys, let me cut everything and I'll be back. All right, you guys. So here's the deal. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this is one of the reasons I have them all inked up. I obviously cut them. I splattered them. And then I went to put the clear embossing powder on the wings. And, you know, obviously you can see paint on me. A little oopsie happened. And so I'm not going to be able to finish everything that I wanted to do. The wings are mostly done, but I don't have enough for like some of the ephemera that I want. Anyway, it's fine. So, so now when you have this done, if this is what you want to do, they're all inked up. I would suggest, if you want to put any trim on the end of the paper, or you want to stitch, add, you know, things like that, this is your time to do it before you glue these papers in your journal. Now, I'm not going to do that because I usually put all of that on my ephemera pieces, not in my planner. Now, other journals, yes, but for this one, I'm gonna wait and put it on the ephemera pieces instead of the pages themselves. So now if, let's say, they're all done, you have everything on it that you want to add, now it's your time to put the papers in order. So for instance, we know that this is going to be with this. I'm just going to, I don't even know where it is right now. But that paper that I showed you, that tracker thing, this thing, I just wish, but it is what it is. Okay, so what do we want after that? I just put them, I'll go with this one. It has, you know, the same colors, so that's fine. Just make sure now the numbers that we put in the beginning come in handy. Do you have, and I do, the right set to, oh, no, to add them. So now I would put all of the ones in the order that I want. So this will be the first week. Okay, what do I want next? So I go through these and put them in the order. Make sure I look at all of them, and I just want to make sure that all of them are correct, you know, their matches are correct, and I will go from there. Yep. Okay, so I think I want this after that. And for me, I know that once I get to the middle signature, that's clear. So this goes with that. I have one more. This one. Okay. I know that this is not going to be anything. This is where I put the belly bands or, you know, envelopes, things like that that I want to, you know, put pockets, stack pockets, whatever it is. The middle, the middle paper in each signature I leave. So then we go, we have 2 more papers left. Wait a minute. Hold on. What did I do wrong? I think I did something wrong. Alright. This. And this. So what did I do wrong? I have no idea what I did wrong. I have too many papers. I don't understand. Alright, I'll figure that out later. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and glue these papers into place. I will be back with you once I do that and figure out what's going on with my signature. I'm telling you, it's been a day. My splatter paintbrush broke. I have no more. I have very little, but not enough to finish of the Claire embossing powder. It's so get done with this. I also forgot to print this paper out for the beginning, but that's okay. I can always add it. I just hope I have enough of the embossing powder. I think I do, to finish at least this page. But we'll get to that when we get to it. All right, I'm going to start gluing, and I'll be back when it's all done and I figure out what's going on, because I have no idea. Oh my goodness, I'll see you in a sec. You guys, oh my God, I so messed up. I don't even know what to say to you. I'm embarrassed. I'm upset. I'm... Okay. So, for my... all of these are they're all messed up. Every signature. And it felt funny to me, but I couldn't figure out why. And I'll tell you why. Each signature is supposed to have 4 full pages, not 5. What I did, my mistake, was I went to this journal, which is last year's Defemember journal. This journal has 5 pages each because it's Defemember. No, oh great. Not my planner. My planner has 4 full pages and 2 small. This one has 5 and 2 small. Anyway, so each one of these are wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So, yeah, what I'm gonna do is I have this much to go. I am just, and I'm gonna lose this part of it, but that's fine. I'm just gonna glue them together, and maybe in the other ones, I don't know. I'll do the same. I'll do maybe in the front or whatever. I don't know. I'm embarrassed. I'm so upset right now. Just everything is not working out how I planned. But this is what it looks like so far. Obviously, we know that I have to make another copy now that I know which one I want in the front. So this is going to, and I have to cover this. This just bothers me so much. It's venting time, I guess. So this is the first week of January, the second week of January. I think it looks pretty though. I really do love the digital. And I'm now putting in the 4th week, and then we have the middle of the signature, and then we have 1 more week. Usually it's 2 weeks, the middle, and 2 weeks, so it works out well. But of course or 3 week, whatever, however, it's just oh my god, I want to cry. Anyway, so, but you know what? It is what it is. We've learned from our mistakes. That's what's important. If you are not making a planner and you don't, care about how many pages, it's really not going to make a difference to you in that way, because you're making a journal. You're not making, this where you need an exact amount of papers. So it'll work for you. For me, like I said, I'm just going to glue those pages together and hope for the best. That's all I can do. But yeah, because I couldn't figure out where the 5 came from, because if I had counted my journey journal, I would have figured out that each signature has 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're in the middle. So 4 full pages, not 5. Okay, well, but I didn't, I had 5 in the brain because of Defemember, That's on me, but it's fine because you guys are going to have one extra page, you know, those extra pages to work in. All right, let me finish up and then we will finish up this video. And again, I don't know what's going to happen with the ephemera video. For one, I have to cut it all out. I do want to get the front cover done today because I want to show you what I picked out for the spine. If it works for me, I don't know. We shall see. All right, you guys, I'll be right back with the answer of what I'm gonna do after I get everything in and ready to go. All right, you guys. Oh my goodness, I'll see you in a sec. Okay, you guys. Well, I figured what we're gonna do. We are going, what I did was I glued these two together. So now it's correct. So what I'm going to do going forward is glue the first two together. I have glue everywhere and I just washed my hands. Oh my word. Glue the first two pages together and the last two pages together, so we'll have we'll have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's what I'm going to do from now on. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we got it done. So here, of course, like I said, I will print this out tonight and I will get this, the front page done. We have the this just so bothers me. Here's our first week, our second week, our third, fourth, and fifth. So we did it. Oh my goodness. And then, of course, this is always blank. This is where I put pockets or extra, whatever. But yeah, so we got it done. Yay. And as you saw, I got the front all done. I really like it. It's simple, but I wanted simple. This pattern just spoke to me. It was just like quiet, and I figured it just was, it's a good beginning for the year. Calm, quiet, not busy, just pretty, you know. I have my word. I also, thank goodness, found an elephant. So what I did was I put a bow in the middle of, so it'll, when it fills out, it'll look so much better. I know you can't see it, but, and I filled it. I have a little charm that, oh, okay. So I have a little elephant charm. With the little heart. Is that not the cutest thing? I have a little heart that says love. And another heart with a little bling. So there we have it. And I just hooked that into the middle of the bow. I really love it. So I have my elephant. I have my hearts. I have you guys. I'm sorry this took so long, but it's done. Now we can start having fun with the ephemera and all of that. I hope you liked it, you guys. I hope that this was informative and you enjoyed some, you know, watching someone put their journal together, and if nothing else, what to do when there's a mistake, if you will. We can always figure it out. Again, I have to say this to myself all the time. It's just paper. I am perfectly imperfect, and I say that all the time because I need to say that all the time. If you hear Craig, I am so sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna go. It is now, my watch is dead, so that means it's late. Oh my goodness, it's 8:30. I've been recording forever. I'm gonna go. I have to grab something to eat. I love you guys. I wish you all an extremely blessed rest of your night, day, or morning, wherever you are in this world. God bless you. I love you. I love you so much. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me and for spending your time with me. And I so appreciate you. All right, you guys. I love you. Bye. I'll see you for the ephemera. Bye, everybody.